And it's got the, hey, okay, awesome. Okay, scale, right? Day 3. You're supposed to watch 1, 2, and 3, okay? 2 ways. 1, cheap way. 2, the right way if you have flour, but not everybody has flour. Everybody keeps asking me, where do I get rye flour from? Okay, so I think I said it before. This happened. Look at that. That thing blew up. So let's grow this one up real quick, okay? So mason jar, same thing. We're just gonna throw it down here. We're not gonna use all of it. Remember, we have to grow the yeast up. If I add more flour here, I'm adding more mass, not enough headspace. You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna blow up, spill over your counter. Worst part about it though is that if you do this and don't grow it up properly, you're just feeding it to stay alive. And that's fine, it'll be healthy, but it's not gonna grow. You wanna build that colony up so that as you go to make like scones and that kind of stuff, you can, you know, whatever. So this is how I do it. So I'm gonna go in here and I've got some, you know, I'm gonna go scoop it up. Look at that. I'm gonna put that in this jar, a little bit, like that. Boom. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I know what you're saying. You're like, Dan, what are you gonna do with all that stuff that's left over? All right, so here's my recommendation to you, because these are tough times. There's yeast in here. It's cabbage yeast, okay? So there's yeast in here. Hang on to this for a little bit. You might be able to turn this into pancakes. You just add it to your pancake batter, but don't add any baking powder or anything like that kind of stuff. This will take care of it. But we'll talk about that later. All right, so there's that, a little bit in the bottom. I'm gonna put like 200 grams. Then I told you we're gonna add some flour. So I'm gonna add some water. Like that, like this, like this, like this. Okay, so it's almost like, I don't know, almost equal parts. That might not be the right way to go, but we're kind of working this out. It's called an experiment for no reason. So, okay, mixing around, mixy. By the way, my camera person, she's on the couch. She's not hanging out. She doesn't want to do this. She's like, you know what? I don't like your personality. I don't like your attitude. No, I'm just kidding. No, she's actually, she's got a headache. She's like watching something. She had a stressful day at work. I had a stressful day at work too. It was pretty crazy. Okay, so then here, mix it up really good. And then, so once that's mixed up, let's start adding some flour. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add flour to make this into that same sort of pancake batter-ish thing. See, got some flour in here. And you know what I didn't do is I did not measure it with a rubber band so that I could show you how crazy this thing grew up. But we're gonna do that today. All right, so mixy. Okay, again, I wanna scrape the sides off. I wanna get this incorporated really well. I know this is a real-time video. They're super painful to watch. And it was on that Dan Merck's channel and had to sit through 12 and a half minutes of him talking and whatever. Imagine what my coworkers think. I talk all day. Okay, so here. Okay, so we're at this mark here. I'm gonna grab a rubber band. I'll offer up this nice pretty blue one. There we go. Marked, okay? We're gonna see what this thing does tomorrow. And I'll do a lunch update. I'll do a little Facebook, you know, thing or whatever, but here, boom, and then back it off a little bit. All right, that one's done. Now, this one, science right here, rye flour. Crazy. Ooh, what's that water coming from? Check it out. This thing blew up today. It actually hit the lid. I couldn't believe this myself. Watch this, look at that. Look at that crust around this thing. This thing blew up. It actually popped out of the can. 2 days, I swear to you. Shout out to Josh Weissman. You should check him out. Guy's solid. He's the one that came up with this plan that I, you know, kind of borrowed it, but you know, nothing new. Anyways, day 2, I told you was 70 grams of starter. Sorry, no. Yeah, is that what I did? I can't remember. I said 50 grams of rye, 50 grams of all-purpose flour, and 115 grams of H2O. We're gonna do the same thing. Rinse and repeat. So take the rubber band off, mason jar, boop. We're gonna go to our scale. No, scale's not in the shot. Scale. I'm gonna put this down real quick and measure out the mason jar and tear it off. That's what we do in science. Tear it off, 0, okay? 70 grams, told you that. Okay, 70. I'm gonna reach into this golden goodness and now this stuff is starting to really, whoa! Monique's not smelling this here. Monique, are you smelling this over there?
Yeah.
Oh man, it smells like a horse. But I told you that was gonna happen, right? Oh, 60, like I said, real time. That's great, enough. Okay, good. Get all that, all nasty stuff. Okay, tear that off, and 115 grams of water. We're doing this by weight. Sorry, for those of you who don't have a kitchen scale, I don't know what to tell you. I'll try to figure that out. And 115 right there, awesome. Okay, and then we're gonna go with 50 grams of all-purpose flour. Sorry, I need some math here, because, you know, there we go. That's 30. There we go, 50. 50 grams of rye flour. And I know this seems like I'm wasting food. I'm not wasting food, trust me. This stuff makes awesome bread. There. All right, good. We're gonna mix it up. Get the scale out of here. Okay, same thing, mixy. Mixy. You wanna turn this into a very healthy and viable starter. Again, we're just 3 days in this. You're supposed to be doing this every single day with me. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have day 3, which is today. And day 4, we're gonna back off some of that water. And then on day 5, we're gonna do the same thing. And we'll probably have bread by then. So, all right, mix this up real good. Okay, mixy. Okay, same as before. Clean off that lid. Clean this all nice and clean. Okay, and then rubber band, like I showed you before, goes around the edge. Oh, I'm gonna need to find another lid for this. There, boom. This is the one way. This is the other. Okay? Hopefully you're doing one of these. I just saw 5 Facebook posts in the last 20 minutes that just said nobody has bread in Northeast Ohio. And I've been telling you, flour and water with a cabbage or blueberry or whatever it is, or if you want to do it with rye flour, it just goes like rocket speed. They're both right, they'll both work. When you're done with this stuff, I'm gonna ask you to save it. It's gonna keep growing. Let's mix this up. I'm gonna try to figure out what we're gonna do with this because I don't like throwing food away at all. We're gonna mix these two together and maybe we'll come up with some sort of like weird bread experiment we can throw in the oven and see if that pops up. But anyways, hey, stay safe. And I was serious about that. If you guys have some sort of talent or something like that, this is the time to get yourself out there. What else are you gonna do? You're stuck in your house, all right? So the Italians are out there playing in their balconies. I don't have a balcony. If I went outside right now and sang and did all that kind of stuff, no one would listen because there's nobody out there, it's woods. So I have Facebook and I have Twitter and all that other stuff. You guys can make the same type of video and you know, do the same thing. I'll watch it, I'll subscribe, and I'll tell your friends and I'll tweet it out and all that kind of stuff, but you should do the same thing. I mean, like if you're into crocheting, do the same thing. I knit. I'm gonna show you how to knit. I wanna learn how to knit. Show me how to knit. How about, let me see another thing. Oh, if you know how to play the saxophone, that's a great video to show. I do that. Mo Williams, he's like drawing for the kids every single day. This platform has existed for a while. Use it, okay? I'm using it because I feel like if you have a bag of flour in your house, I'm gonna show you how to make bread. Bread, pancakes, English muffins. I'm totally rambling. All right, I love you guys. I really do. Peace out, love you. Cheers.